Have you been waking up lately and it's like suddenly you're over it? Like you're done. That drawer, that closet, that relationship, you are just so tired of performing. You are tired of things that no longer fit. There's a reason why we're feeling this way. The sun right now is in Leo, and Leo does not play. Leo is about heart, Leo is about clarity, and most importantly, it illuminates what is outdated, what we've overgrown or outgrown, what is no longer in alignment, and what we are becoming next. You aren't just cleaning, you are actually clearing space for your next phase of life, for your time in this moment, for you to rise, for you to find your roar, if we're thinking of a Simba. And this week, we are going to talk about how to declutter your soul, not to shame it, not to be more productive, but actually to be present in your life, to be present in this moment, and to align and sync with nature. Hey there, beautiful humans and souls, and welcome back to another episode of Mindful Monday. That's right, I'm your host, your girl, Erica Trumnell, also known as the Mindful Mistress, here to help you move from burnout to balance, from scattered to sovereignty, and through vibrational alignment. That's right. And if you're new here, welcome. We don't do just the fluff stuff. We aren't about bypassing our spiritual journey or our healing journey. We aren't about just moving through the pain to get to the positivity, but we're actually here for healing and what resonates with us. That means we aren't hustling our healing. We aren't hustling this journey in this moment. What we are doing is returning back to our true resonance. So this is the place where our nervous system, where our voice, where our truth all come into alignment, into a vibrational sync. And today, we are going to talk about decluttering, but not just for the fact of decluttering and not to add something else to our to-do list, because y'all know, I'm sure if you're like me, you've already got a to-do list and it keeps growing with everything you check off. This is really about personal growth. This is about also energetic protection. This is some of the things that we've been talking about the past few weeks. This is also about letting go of that performance so that you can resonate fully as yourself. So let's get into it, shall we? So welcome to Leo season. That's right, y'all. So I don't lean a lot into astrology. It is something that I believe in. It's something that I definitely find that there are some truths, like any tool, right? It is a tool for you to be able to garner some truths and find out what works for you. But something about this Leo season, I don't know about you, but I have definitely been in the mood to declean, declutter, get rid of a few people, block, all of the things. So I wanted to explore this with you. Let's do it together because I have a feeling that I'm not the only person feeling this way. So to get into Leo just a little bit, for those of you who aren't sure about this time frame, Leo is ruled by the sun. I'm an Aries, so I am also a sun sign, and I love being in the sun. It is the light bringer. It's the truth teller. It's the amplifier of whatever needs to shift, what's ready to shift. So when the sun is in Leo, it doesn't just shine to the world. It shines into each one of us. What it says is, where have you been dimming your light to stay safe? What have you been holding on to that no longer serves you in this current version of yourself? And what would happen if you said, bye-bye, you let go and you allowed yourself to lean into the person that you are becoming? That is what this Leo time is all about. And so you might feel a sudden shift of energy, a sudden need to declutter your space. And it's not about the mess, it's about the misalignment. That's right. Things in your life, people, place, things, situations, jobs, relationships, you name it, there are some areas of our life that are misaligned. And so the Leo energy is calling us to get rid of it. We are cleaning for clarity. That Leo energy gives us that permission to declutter, not to control our wounds, but to actually bring out our inner selves, to bring in coherence, to bring in that alignment, resonating with our true frequency. So think of this time for decluttering as an act of self-care. We talked yesterday about self-care stacking, and if you're just doing one thing, why that one thing may not be serving you, and self-care stacking could be what you need. So oftentimes with self-care, it's something that we add to our routine, we add to our morning routine. But the Leo reminds us that self-care is often about what we're willing to also let go. It's not about just adding, so it's also about what we're subtracting. So maybe that morning meditation is something we need to let go. Maybe that morning yoga practice, maybe the morning affirmation is something that no longer serves us. We're saying the same affirmation and nothing is shifting because maybe there's a misalignment with what our soul truly wants. And when we did like the blueprint earlier this year, crafting out what this year would look like for us, this is the Leo saying, okay, you called it out at the beginning of the year. These are the things in life that you want. You've got to let go of some things. I was having a conversation with a friend not too long ago, and we were talking about just in general, basically misalignment. And what I said was, you cannot grasp onto something whilst wanting your hands to be open to receive something else. So you've got to make a choice. What are you clinging on to that you need to let go so you can actually receive what is meant for you? That's right. So decluttering actually becomes this multifaceted, this multidimensional healing process. The physical gives you more breathing room. From an emotional from the emotional standpoint, you can release those old identities. From the energetic standpoint, you're recalibrating this field, our aura. From the spiritual standpoint, you are honoring the God that is within each of us. So actually, decluttering becomes this multi-dimensional healing tool where the physical is giving us a breathing room. From the emotional standpoint, it's allowing us to release identities. When we think about it from an energetic level, it's allowing us to recalibrate this energy field, our aura. From the spiritual aspect, we get to honor our evolution and the God that is within us. And then last but not least, from that creative standpoint, it is making space for joy. I think about our solar plex chakra, right? That yellow that resonates with the Leo energy as well. So it isn't about perfection when we're doing this decluttering. It doesn't have to be right. That closet doesn't have to be all the way clean. It's about the alignment piece, right? It's not about the mess. It's about the misalignment. So getting rid of things that are in that closet that are no longer aligned to you. It's about integrity and aligning your outer environment with your inner truth, your inner world, your inner resonance. I can't speak today. No, it's my list. My list gets in the way. If you know me and you've listened to a few of my videos, you've probably heard, okay, I've got a little bit of a list. It comes out sometimes when I'm super excited, like right now, but it also comes out with certain words. I haven't sat down to really process and identify that, but just FYI, it I don't say gets in the way, but it adds a little color to my speech. So when we bring up the vibrational intelligence, which is something else that I've really been digging into this year, vibrational intelligence and vibrational awareness, really knowing when to let go. This is another aspect of that. So for those of you who have not seen any of those videos, the vibrational intelligence has really taken that vibrational awareness to the next level. So when your energy field feels off, like some of us are experiencing, and we feel that need to declutter, this is the intelligence part where we start doing, right? We realize something is off, and for whatever reason, my body, my spirit, the energy is telling me I need to clean. That's the vibrational intelligence piece. This is your your body, your spiritual, your vibrational energies whispering to you, it's time to declutter, and something here is not resonating with you anymore. So what are you going to do about it? I had a client named Layla from, way back in the day, and we went through some exercises because she was really complaining about, I feel so stuck, I feel so stagnant, I feel almost even claustrophobic in my environment, and I don't know what's going on. And she said she, keeps cleaning her house and she feels like it was messy, but the energy feels stuck. So no, regardless of, we sage, we did some singing bowls to try to move that stagnant energy. But what it was is that she had a lot of things in her environment that were causing that stagnation. They were holding on to old energy that no longer served her. So again, may that be the reflection that we need, the mirror that we need today, for us to examine what in our lives right now no longer serves us. What's the mirror? What is this Leo energy, this Leo season causing us to shift away from, to subtract from our lives because it's no longer needed? But obviously once we were able to figure that out and we started decluttering the things, you feel that release. It is immediately as you start throwing things out, as you start putting things in piles to get rid of or to donate or to give to someone who is in need of it, that begets clarity. The decluttering begets the clarity that a lot of us have been searching for and feeling like, hey, I'm waiting for God, I'm waiting for that direction, I'm waiting for the word, I'm waiting for that go. And this is the Leo getting you in position, getting you ready, because we've got to clear out this space. And again, this is our own invitation for vibrational intelligence to play a part here. So we aren't reacting, we are actually refining, we are releasing in order to forge our path ahead. We are releasing to make room for the things in our life that will actually work with our rhythm right now. So to understand and to kind of dig a little deeper into this vibrational awareness, we've moved into a new season, or we're moving into a new season. So the harmony, the rhythm, the resonance that we currently have is changing. So the things in our lives that we're operating at that old frequency, they no longer align with us. So it's time to, that's right, it's time to get rid of them. But you can do this without closing yourself off, without closing your heart out. And that's something that we had talked about last week, how to protect your energy during this time, because you might feel that there are some things that do align to this new energy, and you might leave yourself open. So Leo teaches us to really think differently, about how to move forward in this world, to still take up space while keeping our heart open, but still being protected. It all goes back to our own vibrational awareness and intelligence. You don't have to build a wall. You are just acting from your frequency. You don't need to ghost everyone. You simply just need to stop performing. You need to get in your own frequency. You need to sit in the seat of your soul. Take up that space. You are allowed to be loving and clear and have an open heart and have boundaries at the same time. Those do not conflict with one another. Energetic boundary is your way of not only loving yourself, but loving others and showing other people how you want to be treated. If you But my business out there, if you are single like me, you have to show yourself love before you can expect that from a partner. And you have to show yourself in the way in which you want to be loved, so you can call in and attract that. And you don't need to explain it. It is what it is. It is your frequency. It's your way to take up space. And that's just you. But again, this calls us to move from being a performative culture, one that performs, let's say, to get love or to get a relationship or to get the new job, to really holding tight to our own internal energy. Moving from the space where you were dressing up just to fit in to where you show up to places and spaces, and the people who are called to be in your life, the situations that are called to be in your life will start showing up as well. The goal is that you realize not every situation, not every environment is for you anymore. It was for you when you were acting and performing because you were the chameleon hopping into a new environment and being a different person. Now you realize that there are some places that, no, it's just not you. So the Leo is asking you, are you keeping to your own frequency? Or are you performing just for the sake of maybe a reputation? Does this actually reflect your own presence, or are you in performance mode? So these are things that you can ask yourself to gain clarity on a certain situation or a certain environment, where then you can call in what you actually want to tap into, that frequency, that soul frequency that we all have, and get rid of situations, get rid of environments, get rid of jobs that are not fueling your soul, that are not giving you that roar, that passion, or whatever it is that you desire. This is the call for you to step into your own coherence, unapologetically. There we go. See, I got to slow that down. Unapologetically, unedited in you, for you to be you. And know that you, just as you are worthy enough. You are worthy for partnership, for love, for community, whatever it is that you desire. So let's talk about 5 ways to declutter with vibrational awareness. What does that look like? That looks like letting light lead. So when you maybe pick a space that is in some natural light, and literally let the light lead you to that process, tapping into the energy of the sun. As you know, I'm in my sunroom, so I get lots of light. I get lots of light in here. Whatever the light touches, you can see, and you can't see on my desk, but there are things that will resonate and reflect with the light, and there are things that are in here that will just take light out of this room. Now, the goal of this room, obviously the sunroom, is to let light in. So those could be objects that I need to address in this room. So let that be your guide. So as you move about, you are that light, you are that energy. What is helping reflect that energy back to you, and what is taking that energy away from you? What is draining you? So that's how you let light in, because you are the light. Another way is name the things that you are releasing. Say it out loud. I release the identity that no longer serves me, or I release the identity that needed this or that wanted this relationship. Another thing is using sound, using scent, that solar plex energy. Again, maybe you bring a sound bowl. You get the sound bowl. Maybe you get some frankincense and some citrus oils, and you allow that to help guide you on your path, to give you the strength to continuously lean in to your own energy and frequency. I get it from the standpoint of being and healing through trauma. It can be hard to lean into your own energy, because we have been so deeply programmed to self-sabotage and perform so that we have connection, or we have partnership, or we have XYZ, versus staying in our own energy. So I completely get it. So this is why we lean to these things to help us. They are our teachers. The other thing I can encourage you to do is don't rush a ritual. Allow things to slowly manifest. You can use this cleaning method or this decluttering as a ritual in itself. This isn't, again, right, about productivity. It's about a devotion to yourself. It's about alignment and honoring that you are worthy enough to take time to do this for yourself, because the person you are becoming, the person you are and you continuously be, I know all this great English I'm spattering right now, it's for your best and highest interest. So take your time with it. Don't rush. The last thing is replace things with resonance. Add an item to an area that reflects who you are becoming. This is future casting. This could be a mantra. This could be a candle. This could be a bold piece of art. This could be new paint on the walls. This could be carpet, new flooring, whatever you want. Add something in that space. Remember, we are subtracting to clear room for things in our life that are going to reflect the energy that we want. So why not start that process by putting something in that is going to also reflect the energy that we want in that space? So in this time of Leo, you aren't just cleansing your house, your car, maybe your apartment, your office. You are cleaning your temple. Your temple is not just your body. Your temple is your life, essentially, the masterpiece that you have created thus far. You are refining it. You are adding new borders, new colors, maybe new people to it. And letting go is to be lighter so that you can be a brighter light, not letting go to be louder in the frequency that you already are. You will continue to resonate at your same frequency, but to be light, that light energy, to bring light wherever you go, because we are all light beings. So this Leo season, as you declutter, you aren't decluttering to impress, but you are decluttering to resonate, to get back to your own home, to home within your own body. So not to shut down and not to just protect yourself, but to express yourself through sovereignty. And I just noticed, yes, my necklace came off at some point, but that's okay. And it's my Leo necklace. Maybe it's telling me like, no, we good just how we are. So use your tools, your affirmations, use sound, use light, use what resonates with you. I want you to know that you can clear what no longer resonates with you, and you can protect with clarity and choose presence over performing. You are not too much. You are just enough, and you are finally making room for your own truth and your own space. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I just wanted to share for any of y'all who are out there who are feeling the need to declutter, all those like spring cleaning, but it's not spring, it's summer. That's what the Leo energy is calling us to do. We are making room for that next phase of our lives, and I'm so glad that I get to do this with you. Until next time, align to the things that make you feel whole. Bye.